Welcome to Left-Handed Locksport on the EJM3, and today for video 16 we are going to be tackling this American Lock 5100 series. Now this is the same, I think, as the 5200 series that is very popular to try to unlock. I got this from a locksmith, so I don't know if it has the standard layout, but it's definitely very challenging and full of serrated pins. This is the first time we're going to be covering serrated pins on this channel, so before we do this, I would like to show you my two techniques that I use to try to tackle these American locks. So I am going to get out my cutaway and give you a quick example of the two techniques that I use with a nice visual component to it. So I'll be right back with the cutaway. So here we are with our cutaway. The first method I want to show you is the bounce method. So you apply light tension with your tension wrench and just simply bounce the pin. Once you get the pin up to the shear line, it will have a lot of wiggle room. And that's because the line between the bottom of the driver pin and the top of the key pin is now loose, so you can feel like there's a lot of give. If that's the case, you move on to the next one, and you can see on that first pin I am wiggling it and it's giving me no give. So I give it a click and still nothing. Give it another click and it's still not wiggling, and one more click. And now there is a lot of wiggle room. So you continue this all the way down, and eventually it will open. The other technique I use is over picking, which this is, it happens to American locks a lot, not so much on this cutaway, so it's a little bit harder to demonstrate. But let me get my pick on, there we go. All right, so now 3 is overset. So all I have to do is sort of let go a little bit with my tension wrench back here. And with American locks in particular, it tends to get caught up right on that shear line. So you can overpick and then drop them back down. With American locks in particular, you'll be able to let off a lot of the tension, and the pins that are set correctly will not fall back down. So that is sort of my test. I will let go of a lot of the tension. If I don't hear anything drop, then most of the pins are set in the proper place. So let's get to picking that American lock. Be right back. All right, so instead of putting this thing up in a vise, I am going to hold it in my hand. It's how I've been picking this one for the whole week, and if it's working for me, then I'm not going to change it. So this may look a little bit odd. I'm using a bottom of the keyway tension on the top, and I'm using my pointer that's off screen to give my tension. So I'm working on 1. Got a couple clicks. Move back to 2. Got a couple more clicks. And back to 1. Nothing there. 2, nothing there. Got a nice clean click on 3. And a click on 4, and that resonated all the way up the tension wrench. So when that happens, you know that you are dealing with the shear line. You want to pay attention to everything you're feeling when you do this. And now I just touched 5, and I don't know if you saw it or not, but I did get some rotation, which means that there must be a spool on this one. So let's just see if we can find that spool, get it picked, and then we can gut this thing. So change of pace, I'm going to flip it around. Just because this core is at an angle, it is difficult to get the tension just right, because you have to let, these spools are extremely weird in American locks. They do not counter-rotate as easily as you would think. So there we go. I just got it popped up. It overset. I let loose the tension a little bit, and we got an open. So let's keep this in frame, and I will gut this thing and get it open for you. See what we're dealing with. The most annoying thing with these American locks is this thing right here. It is very difficult to get that correct. And actually, I don't have a... Oh, here's my pinning tray. So the screw that goes into it is very hard to get just right. But before we put this in, let's actually go over that real quick. The trick is to put the screw in first, and then angle this on it, start the screw, then push this in, and then finish it. Trying to put this in all the way up first, you're never going to get the screw to go into that. Well, you will just take a very long time. So there is our hardware, and we are down to the lock body. Let's gut this thing. Oh, let's, I do have the key for this. It's over here. I got two different keys. This is why I don't think it is an original bitting. This is what we had to work with. Nice little challenge bitting. Low, high, low, high, low. So let's get this off here. There we go. And my plug follower. So let's get those keys back out. Give it a bit of a turn. And again, this is the annoying part of having the Sparrows plug followers. They don't have one. This is the correct size. It's a little bit wiggly, but if you can see that gap right there, that can sometimes get held up between the plug follower and the plugs. I have this a bit upside down, so let's not do it that way. Do it this way. All right. Always a little bit nerve-wracking with this. So you can see that there are 5 key pins in here, and let's take those out one by one. Get the key out of there. I'll give you a close-up of all these. They are all serrated. And let's get these out. Okay, so this is the one slot. Got serrated. 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 Spool rated. And finally, a serrated, but that thing is extremely deep in there. There we go. Okay, so this is what we had to work with. So I zoom this out a little bit. All right, so as you can see, they're heavily serrated. Everything was serrated except for this guy way at the back, which looks like a standard. This is a cool little guy, the spool rated. And that is that. So hopefully this has taught you a little bit something about at least how I deal with these American locks. We will have one more of these American locks to go that I own. It's this Ace brand 2-inch padlock. This thing weighs metric ton. And this one's just a little bit easier to pick simply because it's not as old as this American lock. And I feel a lot more feedback on that. So I'm glad I got this one picked for y'all. And, well, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for updates on future videos. And until next time, peace.